Building the town was hard. Costa Rican contractors were competent people, but they had to be transported, fed, housed, and afterwards bound to silence. The biotechnicians were compensated for living in exile, high pay, luxury housing. Dennis wanted computer time and money. Henry wanted his state-of-the-art entertainments. These were the elite who could have gone anywhere to work. I had to keep them here. A passcode let us control access to the valley and the power station beyond. The power station was situated on the western coast. Residences were southeast and inland. A tank of greenish water tinted by an algae-killing chemical circulated through the massive cooling tower. This reservoir was filled from a pump in the valley some ways away. The steam pipes hissed and spat. Water pumped deep into the earth and came back superheated. The pylons ran for kilometers, one every 100 meters or so. I built them to last. Running east from the plant, they climbed the valley before descending south into the plains. (1988). Workers from the mainland were pouring concrete supports for a rail system running north to the settlement. In the winter, we began building the supports for the elevated transit system that would unify the island. Concrete towers rose through the jungle canopy. Curving up out of the southern basin, the Atherton Causeway would bring visiting scientists north from the southern beach. May 1989. We began laying foundations on the South Beach for a hotel for visiting scientists and businessmen. A year hence, I thought, the island would be quite famous. In Gen reception, I planned that someday visitors, scientists and politicians would be welcome here. The southern beach looked out over trackless ocean, down past Peru all the way to Antarctica. The main harbor for Site B. The docks were the lifeblood of Site B. Amber, synthetic eggshell, and livestock came from all over the Pacific Rim. Chinese sailors singing in a curious, keening falsetto as they unloaded the synthetic polymer eggs. The smells of salt water and gasoline. The Emily was a tug for bringing in the bigger freighters. Occasionally we took it out to observe specimens from offshore or to sweep the tide for traces of our operation. Far out to sea we would sometimes glimpse the US Coast Guard units assigned to observe our activity. It was scuttled in 1989 as a quarantine measure soon after I gave the government my testimony.